And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live. We're here on the road at Food City on a Food City Friday. It's Good Friday. It's good for us. Well, it's not good for him, what the Lord went through for you and I. We'll talk about that throughout the course of the show. Yeah, I got something going on. I guess I assume it's an allergy. I don't know what it is, but it's okay. There's people out there worse shape than me, so Tom, you sound plugged up. Maybe I am, I guess. I don't know. I think mentally I stay plugged up. But anyway, we're here. Axel's here. Put him on here just a second. It's the Axel Stein Show. We'll get him on here in just a second. He's on a road show travel today. We've got Rob coming in. We've got Jeff Beverly coming in talking Tennessee football, the Lady Vols, men's team, spring football practice, baseball, complete Big Orange update. Jeff Birch will be along talking NASCAR. It's an off week for the Cup. Now the trucks and the O'Reilly series are racing this weekend. In fact, trucks are today in Rockingham in North Carolina, not that far away. So we'll let him talk about that. Women's Final Four tonight, men's tomorrow night, lots going on. We've got baseball later on today, 4:45 airtime. The Cyclones and Chucky Dope ready to roll. So let's get it started as we always do with the national anthem. And so I apologize once for my whatever this is going on. It's not coming to bob my barrel, but at least I can talk, so all best I can tell you. So here we go. Martina McBride, bring it on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets like a the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, yeah, and the home of the brave.
Here we go. Our first guest on the show would be our buddy Axel Stein Shines. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good on this Good Friday on this April 3rd.
Yes. Now, where have you been already? Been somewhere,
Yep, I've been to Kingsport today, the Food City in Kingsport.
right? And
For Daytime Tri-Cities live Easter special.
Yeah, were you on the show? You were actually there.
Yeah,
They sang they sang happy birthday to you.
yeah. They knew I had a birthday yesterday.
Everybody knows you had a birthday. So
Yeah.
The world knows April 2nd is Axel Day. So I don't-
Axel Day.
I don't know what's going on around the world, but it's Axel Day. Yes,
Axel Day.
it's Axel Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they sang happy birthday to you.
Yep.
Did they sing it better than I sang it to you yesterday? Don't hurt my feelings.
No.
You know what to say on that one. We bellered. We didn't sing. We bellered, but they sang, and so Amy Lynn and Chris sang to you.
Yeah.
Now, who's with you today? You have some folks here today. Who is this?
This is Hannah Brewer, this is May Brewer, and that's Caitlin Brewer.
We got the Brewer girls here. Hannah, Caitlin, and
May.
May?
Maeve.
Maeve. Caitlin, Hannah, and Maeve, the Brewers, are chauffeuring him around because it's Axle Day. So that's how this works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love your bunny rabbit shirt, by the way. It looks nice.
Yeah, that's because we're getting ready for Easter coming up on Sunday.
Yeah. So you got something going on at the church now. What you got on tonight? Glow something? What is that?
Glow in the dark hunt.
Glow in the dark hunt?
Yeah, like a little glow in the dark egg hunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I never heard of that.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have like black lights tonight, like with eggs glowing in the middle of the dark.
That'd be kind of fun. I'd like to come do that. I got a ball game, so.
Yeah,
You,
I'll be watching that tonight.
who are we playing today? Do you remember?
Chucky Doke at Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark.
What's their nickname?
The Black Knights.
There you go, the Black Knights. Cyclones won yesterday, by the way. They won.
Yeah, winners of 2 in a row.
2 in a row,
Two
yeah.
in a row, hoping to go 3 in a row to close out the week.
That's it. So
Yeah, to go to 8 and 11 on the season.
I'm just taking my cues. So, all right, so we won 2 in a row. We got one today to close out the week. You
Yeah.
got a glow in the dark Easter egg hunt coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
You've already been on one show. Now you're on a second show. You're going to be on the getting ready to go get some lunch. You've told the ladies I want lunch.
yeah,
So he just runs the show. So you're getting lunch.
yeah.
And so the brewer ladies go, yeah, we're just in his bubble. We're just glad to be in his bubble. We all are. So
Yeah.
Axel Stein
Shines.
shines.
Oh, and don't forget Monday night we got University High coming to town.
We do. At 5 o'clock, 4:45 airtime, the Junior Bucks are coming on Monday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh baby.
Oh, baby. You got it. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. Put it right here. I love you, son.
I love you too. Happy
Yeah.
Easter, buddy.
Yeah. I love him. Happy Easter, buddy. All right. So the Brewer girls, you can now chauffeur him wherever you need to chauffeur him because it is, after all, Axle Day. You got it. So
Caitlin is filling in for my mom today.
you got Mama's grooming dogs. She's grooming. Yep. Robert's daddy's working, and so we've got her hauling you around. That's good. So,
Yeah.
or chauffeuring you. Okay. All right. Get going, Bubba. Thank you. Thanks for
Thanks.
coming by. Love you.
Love you too.
Pals.
Forever and
Forever.
ever.
Forever and ever. You got it. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be ready to go. We're stacked up. We've got lots of sports to talk about. We'll do that right after this from Carter County Bank on the Tom Taylor Sports.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Talking to Mike Barnett, the owner of Big John's Closeouts, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Why buy here from the local guy versus the big box chain stores?
Well, I think, one of the things you have to consider when you're talking about buying local is you're supporting people that live in your community, that worship with you, that are involved in civic groups with you, that your neighbors, people that you've known for years, and also, the proceeds stay right here in Carter County. They go to not only pay the taxes here and stuff, which any business that exists here does, but it supports athletic programs, it supports nonprofits, it supports needs within the community, maybe where you've got a veteran that has a need or something that we can help offset the cost through discounts or donations, and stuff. Then we get hit with that quite a bit, as far as that nature. So we're able to help the community as well as encourage our young people, both from small all the way up through high school, with banners, sponsoring their sports teams and stuff of that nature. Plus, we have a vested interest in helping the customer that comes in. We want them to get the right item for the job and leave with what they need to finish that job. We want to listen to them, understand what they're doing, and they're not just to us just a number, if you would. They're someone we want to build a relationship with and a friendship with that trust us.
Pretty simple, folks. Be loyal, buy local, and buy from Big John's Closeouts in downtown Elizabethton, where they hammer high prices. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Food City. Let's run down some specials, and we can take a look at some basketball and some baseball from yesterday. How about the Braves? Killed Arizona. I mean, warm out yesterday. Got some specials. You've got the fruit bowls for $5. Strawberry shortcake today and tomorrow, just in time, obviously, for the Easter get-together, $6.99. Pepsi products, the Cube 24-pack of 12-ounce cans for $9.99. Misty Mountain Spring Water 24-pack, 16-ounce bottles, $4.99. And they've got them, as I was coming in, I saw a whole buggy full going out. Boston Hanging Ferns for $12.99. They are absolutely beautiful. So they got those right now at all Food Cities for $12.99. And so we're here at Food City in Gray on a Food City Friday. And so we have NIT Championship coming up. Let's see where we're going to start here. Let's start with... how about the Atlanta Braves? Be a good place to start. Last night, Drake Baldwin making Major League Baseball history last night. I'm sorry, Atlanta Braves baseball history. Let's get this set up real quick. And then we'll get right into talking about the Braves, the Bravos. Okay. And let's see. Drake Baldwin won the 2025 Jackie Robinson Rookie of the Year Award. Now he finds himself in a very exclusive company with Hank Aaron. Baldwin touched home last night in that 17-2 win over the Diamondbacks. He joined Hank Aaron and Jimmy Collins, the only players in Braves history to score in each of a season's first 7 games since 1900. So he's touched home plate every game since 1900. He ties... rejoins Aaron and Collins. So Baldwin has a long way to go to get the club record. Bob Horner scored in 15 straight games, but he has now touched home plate in first 7 games, and Horner did it back in 1985 for the Atlanta Braves. So anyway, Drake Baldwin and the Braves absolutely clubbed the Arizona Diamondbacks yesterday. It was ugly. 17-2 was the win going away for the Atlanta Braves. I got the story here. Where is it? There it is. Matt Olson, Dominic Smith, among others, were all hitting solo homers. Ronaldo Lopez gave up 1 run over 5 innings. The Braves 17-2 win over the Diamondbacks. Wow. They will host them again tonight. Eduardo Rodriguez for the Diamondbacks against the Braves' Grant Holmes. I'm not sure why, but at one point, late in the game, the catcher for the Diamondbacks actually pitched. James McCann pitched the 9th inning. So I'm not sure why. I can see it late in the season. But the first week or two of Major League Baseball season, you got a catcher throwing out of the bullpen. I don't know if that's an indication of how bad their bullpen is or they're saving arms. But why would you be saving arms? You're just a week into the season. Anyway, that's what happened. Catcher came out of the bullpen and got lit up like a Christmas tree. So there you go. All right, the women's Final Four tonight. You've got Texas and UCLA and UConn and South Carolina, and 2 good ones. I tell you, that's going to be some good basketball tonight. More baseball. San Francisco Giants. We'll have to see how this is going to go. They had a little scuffle between themselves on the field last night. All right, Matt Chapman, ground ball, third baseman, threw to the first baseman. Casey Schmidt didn't make the catch, sailed over his head, and so they pull everybody together on the infield at the pitcher's mound. You can read his lips. I watched the video 2 or 3 times. He says, catch the blanking ball. So there you go. So they go into the clubhouse and clear it up and clean it up, but there was a little bit of tension on the field between the 2 players. And so he says, catch the blanking ball, said Chapman. So there you go. So what does that mean? It means Tony Vitello's got his hands full. That's what it means. So you almost on a daily basis hear something coming out of the Giants camp. So rookie manager, we'll see if he can keep all the guys moving and swimming in the same direction, but it's interesting. It's almost a daily thing coming out of the Giants camp. All right, Pittsburgh getting ready to call up Connor Griffin. He'll make his Major League Baseball debut tonight. He's 19 years old. He's getting ready to make Rob Gillian kind of money. 9 years, $140 million contract for a 19-year-old kid. There you go, because he can catch and throw a baseball. Connor, first teenager to appear in the big league since Elvis Luciano and Juan Soto did it back in 2019. He's 19 years old. He'll make his debut tonight with the Pirates in their home opener. I would think right now, maybe not, I would think he'd have butterflies big as B-52 bombers in his belly, I would think. But we'll see. But it's going to be interesting to see how he handles the obvious pressure and the stress. And he may not have any. Guy's going to sign a contract, 9 years, $140 million, at 19 years old. He's probably not having a whole lot of pressure or a lot of stress. But we'll see how that goes. It's tonight. We'll let you know Monday, of course, on the show how he does. Let's give you the Major League Baseball schedule for tonight. We'll take a break and get Rob on. Let's see where we got it here. Yep, here we go. We're here live again at Food City in Gray on a Food City Friday. Got coming up at the top of the hour, Jeff Beverly talking Tennessee sports. More fallout from the Lady Vol basketball camp. I don't know if she'll be able to survive it or not. I think she will, but she's catching a lot of flack. And here we go. Here is, yep, I had it right here. I knew I had it all along. Here's your Friday baseball schedule. In the bigs, a lot of day games this time of year because of the weather. And so you've got the Dodgers in Washington, the Cardinals in Detroit today. These are all day games. Yankees hosting Miami. Red Sox at Fenway hosting the Padres. Toronto and Chicago to battle the White Sox. The Rangers and Evan Carter at home, a 4:05 pitch against the Reds. Gore for the Rangers and Singer will go for the Reds. Cubs in Cleveland today, also day games. Tampa Bay, Minnesota. The Phillies in Colorado. The Pirates and Griffin going to play host to Baltimore. 4:12 first pitch for the Pirates in Pittsburgh. Tonight under the lights, Milwaukee, Kansas City, Seattle against the Angels. Houston and the Athletics. Atlanta game 2, Rodriguez for them. Grant Holmes for the Bravos. And the Mets in San Francisco will wrap up the Friday schedule for Major League Baseball on this Friday, April the 3rd, Good Friday. It's good for us, wasn't good for him. He got spit on. The Bible says they took a rod or a stick about this big, and they smote him to hit him over and over and over. They stripped him. They whipped him in the cat of nine tails, which each one of those is 9 fingers like this, and the whip go and pull it, rip them back. And on each end of those 9 had a little piece of metal or a piece of sharp stone, just ripped his flesh. It says in Isaiah, you couldn't even recognize him. He was marred beyond human likeness. That's what he went through on this day. Good Friday. It's good for us because he came up out of the grave on Sunday, but it wasn't good for him. He went to hell willingly. The Bible says in Isaiah, as a lamb to the slaughter, just stood there and took it. Spit on him, took a crown of thorns and jammed it down on his head. And then he goes on and on and on. And that's what Good Friday's about. Easter Bunny, it's about Good Friday, and of course Sunday is the Resurrection Sunday. But that's what we celebrate. Hope that's what you celebrate. We'll take a break. We'll talk a little sports, talk a little Food City next.
Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit T-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Got a brand new product. Tell me what's going on.
We sure do. We have contactless Visa debit cards, and some of you all have been asking and wanting to know, when are you going to implement that? We are hitting the ground running. So right now you can get your free instant issue contactless debit cards at Northeast Community Credit Union, and that's just another form of payment. So you've got the mag strip on the back, you've got your contactless, invisible, what you want to call it, if you want to pay that way for tabless, or you've got your chip. So we're just staying up to date with all the things, and we listened to you. So you wanted that, and that's what we can provide, and we've implemented it with hard work behind the scenes, a lot of teamwork, effort, and come get your contactless Visa debit card today.
Available now
Yes,
at all locations. Our locations are
they are in Rome Mountain, they are in Elizabethton, one in behind Elizabethton High School, our main office, and then we have one off of 19E in Elizabethton. We have one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
social media. How do we find you?
You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, or bemycu.org.
And the magic main number is
423-547-1200.
brand new product from Northeast Community Credit Union, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We got baseball coming up today, 4:45 airtime. The Cyclones and Chucky Doak at the stadium, Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. We won 2 in a row, trying to make it 3 straight today. So Rob joins us. Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, Tom. How you doing today?
He's still got that bracket.
Yep.
He's still got the bracket. So tomorrow night,
Tomorrow night we got.
Illinois and UConn. Who you like there?
I'm going with UConn. How
Good.
about you?
Going with Illinois. So
Okay. Divided there.
we agree to disagree on that one. All right. And then the second game, Michigan and Arizona.
I've got to go with Michigan.
I can't decide. I keep going back and forth. How about if I tell you after the game tomorrow night? Was that?
That'll be perfect.
It's not quite fair, but I keep thinking Arizona, and I think, gosh, Michigan's got the 2 7-footers. And I go back to Arizona because they can play excellent defense. So can Michigan. So I think that's your national championship. I think whoever wins that game, Michigan and Arizona will end up being your national champ. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think UConn got lucky against Duke.
Absolutely.
I mean, all they had to do was hold the ball.
Absolutely. Dumb. I'm just going to call it.
Call it the way you see it, man.
I'm too old to sugarcoat it. It's just dumb. Less than 10 seconds. You've got the lead. I inbound the ball to you. Why do you throw it down? It looked like to me they almost played like they were behind. They're trying to get a ball to the half court to shoot it or something. I'm not sure what they were doing.
I
But
don't either.
all you got to do, I mean, you played the game.
Yeah.
You just dribble around and, don't hold the ball because they come up and tie the ball up. They may have got the ball in the alternating possession. So
Yeah,
you run
stop.
around and play keep away so they can't get you.
Exactly right. Sort of a no-brainer.
That's what I thought. It's what most Americans thought. It's what the Duke brass thought. The Duke fan base ain't happy. I can tell you that.
Yeah, Mullins, his mom was pretty excited.
Oh, and you got to give him credit, too. I mean, kid
Yeah.
hit a 35-foot shot.
Unbelievable.
You talk about pressure and ice water in your veins, knowing what's on the line to hit that and knock the bottom out of it. So you got to give him props.
Yeah, absolutely knocked the bottom out of that one.
Yep. So, anyway, that was last week.
Yep.
It's UConn, Illinois tomorrow night. Michigan, Arizona tomorrow night. Tonight, women's Final Four. You've got UConn and South Carolina, which will be a heck of a game. And then you also have Texas and UCLA, which will be a heck of a game for the women's side. So it's an exciting time. It's Easter weekend. Food City's got some great specials. You brought some show and tell, as you always do. I'll be your Vanna. We'll start right here.
All right.
$5. Man, that looks good.
We got our $5 bowls going on in
Look.
produce.
We'll make sure it don't spill on the computer. $5. Here you go. Sit this way. $5 fruit bowls at all. Now, again, what Rob's getting ready to tell you, it's good at all Food Cities.
Yep.
$5 fruit bowls.
It's watermelon, cantaloupes, and our pineapples.
Where's watermelon come from? Florida?
I am not sure this
Usually
time. It's just a new batch come in.
Yeah, usually it's Florida,
Florida.
California. So
Florida, I believe.
here's your $5 cantaloupes. This is at all Food Cities, by the way. Okay,
We
and
got this.
$5 pineapples. Love it. At all Food Cities. The Queen's coming in a second to show flowers. She has some absolute gorgeous flowers.
Here's another $5 deal. We call this our exotic packed fruits. That's only $5.
Pineapples, oranges, grapes, strawberries.
And the mandarins are out of this world right now.
Little mandarin oranges, good for
Yeah.
you. So these are $5
$5.
at all Food Cities
Yep.
today and tomorrow. So
And last but not least, one of my favorites. We've got our pumpkin roll.
wow, look at that. Pumpkin roll. How price point on this is
$5.
$5. Pumpkin roll for the Easter weekend. All right, what else got going on?
Let's see here. Well, we've got our ribeye steaks for $11.99 for 2 days with a digital coupon. We got our baby back pork ribs for $2.99 a pound. Of course, our $5 bowls. We got our strawberry shortcakes at $6.99. It's a great deal on them. And, you know, you've got to have something to drink with all your Easter stuff.
Absolutely.
We've got our Pepsi cubes, $9.99 for a 24-pack of cans. Or we've got our 16.9-ounce bottles for buy two, get three free.
I got my cube right here. We'll get it as soon as the show's over. I do.
Good. We've also got our private label food club whip topping. It's like a Cool Whip for only 99 cents. And another killer deal that we've got is our Folgers big can of coffee, 22 to 25 ounce, $9.99 a pound. And Liz will be talking about this, but we do have our Boston Ferns at $9.99, and she'll be showing that off here in just a few minutes.
Liz, we'll be talking about a lot of things here in a minute. So
$12.99. What did I say? Yeah, okay.
stepping on her feet.
$12.99 on those. So that's some killer deals right there itself. Of course, we've got our weekly meal deal that we do for 3 days only, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's our spaghetti meal deal.
Spaghetti, mamma mia, spaghetti. All right,
That's
talk
right.
about spaghetti.
Pounded ground round, a box of Mueller's pasta, 2 jars of Prego sauce, and a loaf of French baguette bread. So
All that for $9.99.
What a deal on that.
Couldn't make it for that. So there you go. That's coming up this weekend at all Food Cities, Spaghetti Night.
Yep.
And hit us with a couple more here.
Well, we've got our Easter hams with a $25 purchase. They're only $1.69 a pound. We got our turkey breasts for $1.99. Again, we got the ribeye steaks all week long for $14.99, which is a great deal. And something that we brought in for Easter for the first time, we've got our Pratt's ham back. Same things that we did at
Christmas.
Christmas.
Yep.
So we do have our Pratt's ham.
He's right here.
We got Pratt's ham salad and their famous cranberry salad. So, got anything you need. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. So, a little bit of rain Sunday, but we can still go out there and grill or have the ham inside.
Or Easter egg hunt or whatever.
That's right.
So it's whatever you want to do with it. Make it happen. Have a good time for Easter Sunday.
It's what we make of it.
Yep. It's all about your attitude. Exactly.
Right.
So those 8-piece fried chicken, if you don't want to cook, go to the deli, get that fried chicken. It's good. $9.99. Or the chicken dinners are good too.
Oh, the chicken dinners
Oh.
are delicious.
Oh, yes.
Also,
Absolutely.
speaking of Easter, we've got our That Smart's eggs, only $1.69 a dozen. Okay, and we've got our jumbo bacon potatoes and produce, 8-pound bag for $4.99. So
Make some tater salad.
that's right, or mashed potatoes, whatever you choose
Either
to
one.
make out of it.
Either way, mashed potatoes or potato salad. Either one. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of great deals.
A A lot of great deals at all Food Cities. Again, and this sale paper came out
Wednesday.
Wednesday, goes till Tuesday. But now what we're talking about for the weekend, just right here.
That's right.
What we're talking about for the weekend is strawberry shortcake for $6.99. She mentioned the fruit bowls and the cubes. Misty Mountain spring water.
Yep.
Terry brought me one. There it is.
There you
Love
go.
it. Got me one to keep me hydrated. $4.99 for 24-pack, 16-ounce bottles. Dolly Parton's pie.
That's right. We've got the 21 to 42 ounce pies, depending on the variety, and they're only $4.99. And that one that we show right there is her cheesecake pie.
And then also the Texas Roadhouse mini rolls. You've been to Texas Roadhouse.
Oh my gosh.
Get you some of those rolls. You can buy them here, the mini rolls. 12 count for $4.99. So,
Comes with glaze too.
goodness, that's good. And then let's look on the back real quick before I let you go.
Yep.
Liz gonna bring a fern.
Oh yeah.
Did you bring a fern? Fern? Oh, beautiful. We'll let her do that in a minute, but we got them on sale. Grass-fed ground beef patties, $12 for a dozen, or 10, I should say, for less than a buck a patty. Can't beat that. I get those all the time. Grass-fed ground beef patties, they're excellent. 10 count for $12. What else on that backside? Little Debbie snack cakes.
Yeah,
What
got
else?
Little Debbie cakes. We've got our twisted fresh baked rolls, 6 count over in our food service department for only $2.99. Jimmy Dean bacon, $3.99. Our 28 ounce Gatorade, 4 of them for $5, so that's a good deal. Stay hydrated out there. Another great deal is our Smucker's jams, jellies, and preserves, select varieties, 2 for $5. So,
Peanut butter and jelly. Can't ever go wrong with that.
no, never.
Smucker's jam preserves or Jif peanut butter, 2 for $5.
Yeah, did we mention the $2.19 Little Debbie cakes?
We did.
Okay, that's good.
It's worth doing it again, though.
I think so. I love Little Debbie cakes.
Little Debbie snack cakes. Yeah. That's good stuff. So that's country. All right, Lipton tea. Now, at the bottom, if you make a mess, and we will, or I will, invariably I'll make a mess. So we've
Yep.
got Scott paper towels,
Yep.
6 double rolls for $5.99. You've got the flushable wipes, and also you got bath tissue. So you got all that, and those are limit 4 today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. So got you covered there too.
Yeah, well, what goes great with ham? Green beans, of
Green
course.
beans.
So
Yep.
we got our green beans on the digital coupon for only $1.99. And also we've got fresh asparagus for $1.79 a pound in our produce department.
That's good stuff.
So for all your Easter needs, we've got them.
Amen. Come back soon. Just do it again here in a little while. We'll take a break. She'll come here. She's ready to roll. She's our little buddy, Liz, the one, the only. She joins us next right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Right after this, from one of our great sponsors, we'll go up here and get you the Jeweler's Bench, the official jewelry store of the show. And as soon as I find it, here it is. And you know why we're going to talk about it? Because graduation, Mother's Day, right around the corner. See you in a few minutes.
Huh?
See you in a few minutes.
Me or Terry want to be up.
Yep, Rob Gillian or Terry. Coming up next, the Queen of Flowers. Oh, we missed her last week or 2 weeks ago. She was a little bit under the weather, but she's here today.
In
Oh,
rare
boy.
form.
Oh, there is only one. They broke the mold. She joins us next. Tom Taylor Sports Show, graduation, Mother's Day. What do you got for us here from the Jeweler's Bench?
We have lots of stuff, Tom. We've got Pandora, we have watches, we have E. Newton, pearls, diamonds, diamond earrings, you name it. We got it.
Yep. Birthstones.
Birthstones.
Year-round birthstones, of course. Pearls, you mentioned watches. So they run the gamut, graduation, guys and girls, and certainly for Mother's Day. Liberal layaway policy. Tell us about your layaway policy.
So put it in layaway, make a down payment, and then as long as you're making a monthly payment, we give you typically as long as you need.
So graduations, Mother's Day, right around the corner. Stop by here. Hours are open.
We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
And how do we find you on social media?
Facebook and Instagram, and then website is jewelersbench10.com.
And the phone number is 423.
542-5600.
There you go. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports. Tom Taylor Sports Show, your jewelry needs for Mother's Day and graduation right here at the Jeweler's Bench in Elizabethton.
One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football, again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursing.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
She's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. She's back. You missed her last time, but she's here today. Hello, young lady. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Put her right here.
High five.
High five. You got it. So
I missed you.
you did, you really?
Yes, I did.
Are you telling the truth? You missed me.
I am.
So sweet. Gosh, I'm just feel like it's getting all gushy now because you missed me. So we're going to get into what you've got here. It's Easter, but I want to plant the seed, no pun intended. Prom season coming up.
Uh-huh.
How can you help people with proms? What do you got? Arm corsages, is that what you call them? Corsages?
We have wrist corsages and pin-on corsages. And then for the gentlemen, we have boutonnieres.
Yep.
And we also do the handhelds for the girls for pictures.
Yep. So, prom headquarters, Food City Florida Department, all the Food City Florida Departments can take care of that for you. Okay. You do weddings. You do casket sprays. We're going to get into Easter in a second. I want them to know that you're very diversified and versatile. So, and they are. They do a great job at all Food City Florida Departments. But you and Camille, you tear it up out it. You guys do a great job.
Yeah, oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. So,
We also are partnered with DoorDash. We can't deliver to homes, but DoorDash can get you your flowers. And then we deliver to, like, funerals, hospitals.
Did not know that. All right. So, I learned something new. So, Food City through DoorDash can deliver now to homes. That's pretty cool. All right, here we go. Show and tell. Let's start with that big old humping. This is unbelievable. Let me pull this back. I'll hold it for good night. Look at this, folks. Look at this. $12.99, aren't they?
Yes, Friday, Saturday, a limit of 4.
Look at this, how big they are. Good night. When I came in to do the show, guy was coming out with 5 of them out of his buggy. So, how do you successfully grow a fern? How do you keep it going? Sunshine, lots of water. How do you do it? How do you do a
What
fern?
I do is I water them real good before the sun hits them.
Okay.
And you can spray them if you want. So it's just a personal preference.
Yep.
But I drench them real good every day because they have drainage at the bottom.
So you spray the leaves, but you
can.
also.
I don't have time to spray all those leaves out there. I have like 400 fern.
So what would you, if I bought one, which would be the best way to keep it going? Water it or spray it if we're at home?
Well, you could use the hose and have it on mist. That's what I do out there.
Good job. All right. Because when we buy them, I want these people to be able to grow them successfully. Don't want to take them home and go, I killed it. So water it, a lot of sunshine or a little bit of sunshine?
Not direct all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit of sun,
You
a
don't
little bit
want
of
it
shade.
to burn up.
There you go. So that's how you do successfully grow a fern once you buy it. All right. What's next?
Okay.
Wow. Unbelievable. Hydrangea?
Hydrangea.
Yep. Look at that, folks.
This is the blue one. We have pinks back there.
Look at this. You can't even see it. Look how big this. How much?
$36.99.
Look at this.
And then you plant that and it comes back every year in the yard.
Yep. $36.99. This is an investment because that's a perennial. It comes back every year.
Yep. See, it's
Got
real
it?
full.
Look at that. Look at those beautiful. It's just starting to turn from the yellow to the light blue. These are at all Food Cities. $36.99. Hydrangea. You get a workout. Your muscles. All right.
And this is our Easter lily for
Easter-
$9.99.
$9.99 Easter lily. Look at that. This goes out in the yard too, right? You can
What
plant.
now?
You can plant this out in the yard too.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that, beautiful. $9.99. Hello, sir. All right.
Thank you. And they have a nice fragrant smell, not
Yes, they
too
do.
overwhelming.
You
And then we
brought all-
have our Easter bunny.
Oh.
He's
What,
$6.99.
what's his name? You got a name for him?
Hopper.
Jeff Beverly coming up next, by the way, talking Tennessee sports. Hopper. Okay. Hopper.
Right.
Hopper the bunny rabbit. All
We
right.
got these in.
Oh, look at that.
$22.99.
Check out the vase. Is that not cute? A bunny rabbit vase. And then miniature roses. What else is in here?
Mums,
Mums.
roses, sweetheart roses,
Sweetheart.
and greens.
What's this little guy?
That's a mum, like a spray
Really?
mum. hmm
Look at this. Look at the vase. $22.99 for that at all Food Cities. That is awesome. Okay.
Okay. Now hold this for me.
Oh my
This is our
gosh.
azalea, topiary azalea. You plant that in the yard. It's $49.99.
How big's it get?
Oh, it gets pretty big and wide.
So it'll grow. It's not a
Oh, yeah.
miniature.
hmm
Let's see what it says here.
Let me get this. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, but we have white. We have some like deep red, maroon.
You're gonna make me put my glasses on. I want to see how high this gets. I'm gonna give me one of those. It's pretty. Those will bloom off and on all summer. So,
Yep, 3 seasons out of the year they bloom.
yep, they do. Just like a knockout. Let's see what it says here. It will go. It doesn't say how tall it gets, but it gets. It's an azalea. So, trying to read the fine print.
Let me see.
It's a foreign language. Up here it is. So, it doesn't tell me how big it gets, but that's beautiful. It's a topiary azalea.
Yeah, it doesn't say, but I have some in my yard, and they just every year they double in size.
So how tall have they got? I mean,
When I planted them last year, I'd say they were like that tall. They're like a whole other 1.5 to 2 feet taller.
okay. How much? What's the price point?
$49.99.
Okay. All right, you got the miniature rose. I
And
buy
then
these
that
all
is
the time.
$10.99.
$10.99. I got a bunch of these in my yard. And so these are $10.99 in different colors. You got red, you got yellow, you got white. Limited supply.
Peach, coral.
Coral. There you go. These are ready to pop in the ground. We're just about the cutoff. The line they always say is wait till May 10th. After May 10th, you're okay to put out in the yard. So you got about another month.
These are our palms. They're $9.99. And it's also, we have a palm party line. It's a bud vase with some of the palms in there with baby's breath, greens, and a happy birthday balloon.
Love it. Okay.
And then these are our tulips,
Love them. Look at these.
$12.99.
They look plastic, don't they? They're so pretty. They look
Yeah,
plastic.
they are.
They don't look real.
I
Look
like
at
the
it.
ones with yellow, and then they have like a pink edge to them.
They don't even look real. They're so pretty. How much? $12.99 for tulips.
Uh-huh.
These are cuts.
Okay,
All right.
and then this is our premium bouquet, rose bouquet.
I'm glad you're back.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. She does a great job. Look at these. Okay, these are red. What's that? How would you-
That's like a cream
Okay.
spray rose.
red and cream spray roses. Price point is
$12.99.
$12.99 on that one too. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right,
And then this is our chantilly. Those are $14.99.
look at that. Ooh, look at the color.
I feel like you're rushing me. This is our bonding time.
I'm not I'm taking what you hand me. I think you're going too fast, but I'm doing what you tell me to do. I'm okay, but she is throwing stuff at me, and I'm just like, okay. I'm a nervous wreck, so I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. I don't even smoke.
And this is in our ad. It's our Radiance bouquet.
Radiance bouquet,
Radiance bouquet.
and it goes for
$15.99, I believe.
gorgeous. All right, so what's in here? You've got
Gerber daisy,
Gerber daisy.
mums,
Mums.
carnations.
What's this little guy?
Um,
A button, isn't it?
yeah.
So Look at that. Gorgeous flowers from Food City. Okay.
Oh, and then this
Mhm.
just came in. It's $26.99. Look at that.
Mhm. What is it?
It's a Gerber Daisy.
Gerber Daisy? Okay. This goes out in the yard too, right? You can plant it?
Mhm, yes,
Yeah.
that's a hardy one. Yes, you can plant that.
Yeah. Gorgeous. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Gerber Daisies. All these right here at Food City. Did you get them all? Get everything covered?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. You did a great job. So she's moving. She ain't got time. She's like, busy. I said, okay. Is Camille back there today?
Yes, she is.
Oh, okay. So you're not pressed for time. You got somebody back there. All right. Well, then we can have a little fireside chat. So, did you bring candles?
No, I didn't. I forgot.
That's all right. So, what's been the big seller right now?
Easter lilies.
Easter lilies.
Mhm.
Okay.
A lot of our potted is selling real good, and our ferns are flying out of here.
Yep. As I said, when I was coming in, saw a guy coming out, had 5 of them in his buggy. So, yeah, they're flying out of here.
Mhm.
On the porch, you just tell me you had some pottery.
Yes, we have 3 different sizes. It's a small one that's $14.99. Then there's like a medium that's $24.99, and then there's a huge one. It's so heavy. I mean, it's beautiful, and that one's $29.99.
You have trees.
Yep.
We have fruit trees. We have, I saw apple trees out there, cherry trees,
Peach, nectarine.
peach tree. Yep. Did have some maple trees out there.
Yes, those came in really beautiful.
What kind of shrubs? You have some knockouts?
Arbors. You do this to me every time. Arbor. It's green.
Arbors? Arbors? We're having a problem here. She's Gigglebox. We're having arbors.
Yes.
Okay. And so
Privacy. See, I'm not coming back next week.
this is it. You better enjoy it. Won't see her again for another month. So, but we have arbors. We have knockouts. We have some
We have
azaleas.
our raspberry and
Blueberry.
blackberry and blueberry bushes.
Yep. And they're all on the front porch of all Food Cities while supplies last. They
Yeah.
usually go pretty quick.
And we have pansies, and we also have bulbs. It's a 6-pack tray.
I bought a lot of trees from Food City over the years. They're always hardy. It's not like you're buying some throw-off, knock-off brand or whatever. I mean, they take good care of them. They're good. They're very good. As are the, I've got blackberry bushes and plants and raspberry plants I bought from Food City. So they're all on the front porch at each store, and different stores have different, as far as supply and demand, what's still there. You got a pretty good supply out here. They've been hit pretty good.
No,
For
we
now,
just, yes.
we're in good shape.
We got in like 300 yesterday, and then 100 the day before.
Oh,
And also, we have our mulch that is
there you go.
3
Now,
for 12.
she's a marketing machine. We got mulch, 3 for 12. Show me the azalea. I love that. I'm going to give me one of those. Show me that one more time. That is gorgeous. Look at this, folks. Now, here's what I think would be really cool to do. If you've lost your mother or your mother's still with you, plant one of these in the yard, either in her yard, if she's still alive, or in your yard, and honor mom. Would that not be beautiful? Look at that, Mother's Day. These are...
You're getting dirt on you.
I know. I know. So,
I got you.
whatever it takes for the team. Let's get a look here. She's wiping dirt off my leg. Thank you very much. So, she's a piece of work, is what she is. So, it looks like he's been sprayed. I'm trying to get him up close to show. That's how they came. The spray, they almost look like they're spray painted, but they're not. They are pink.
I
with,
like the two-tone ones, yeah.
pink with white tips on them. Beautiful. And you said they'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. So, this is called a
Azalea. Topiary.
Topiary azalea. And the price point again is?
$49.99.
You have to give me one of those. I'm feeling real good about that. Azaleas like a lot of sun. So
Yes, they do.
there you go. All right. Perfect. Dirt fall.
Oh, that was the dirt I picked
That's
up.
it. That's it.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, we'll have her back next week, we think. So we'll be back here next week. You gonna be here?
Yes, I will.
All right. It's a date. We'll be here next week. Do it all over again. Thank you, dear. This is Liz and Camille at the Food City Florida Department in Gray. Everything you've seen, as she's shown you, remember, I always tell you this, it's good at all food cities. So now the supply and demand of what's at each store obviously varies, but we all start out with those, and depends on how much has been sold. I can tell you this, as you get deeper in the spring, stuff starts disappearing because people come in and buy this. This is good quality stuff. I can tell you that because I buy it myself. All right, quick
we
break.
don't have many. We don't have many raspberry and blueberry bushes left.
Yep. See?
And they're $15.99, which is an excellent price.
Yep. And they come back every year producing. And you probably won't get any. Well, you may get some this year if you got any blooms, but you'll definitely get fruit off them next year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, quick break. We'll be right back. Liz is coming and Liz is going. We'll be right.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Come see us. It's Friday, Saturday deals.
You got it.
We got a lot of good ones this week.
Mhm.
Well, every week, but
Yep.
this week my ferns are in it, so it's really good.
Yeah. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh. I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club Savings Account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bmycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club Savings Account for Christmas 2024?
Yes.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
How about him? He's here. Love having him on the show. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey, Tom. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for coming by and being part of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're live at Food City and Gray. Again, Cyclone Baseball coming up, 4:45 today. We're going to try and make it 3 in a row. We've won 2 straight. We'll take on Chucky Dope at the stadium. 4:45 airtime, first pitch at 5. Looking forward to it. And then tomorrow we get to work in the yard. And Monday got Cyclone Baseball against University High. So it's here. It's the second half of the season, heading down the home stretch. Tournament starts in about 3 weeks. So
wow,
it's hard to believe. Football's at 141 days to kickoff. So it keeps on keeping on. Spring football practice going on right now, UT football. What's going on down there?
Spring football practice is going well. No injuries so far to speak of, which is always a good thing coming out of spring. Had their second major scrimmage yesterday. Orange-White game coming up on April 11th at 2 o'clock. Free admission, so hopefully they get a big crowd there. Quarterbacks, the quarterback battle is the big story, obviously, going into spring, and they'll be coming out of spring, going into fall. Both quarterbacks have done okay. Faison Brandon had a pretty good scrimmage yesterday. Yeah, I think he did throw a pick 6 at one point, but had a nice touchdown pass as well. It's hard to gauge because there's no contact during spring, so you don't know the escapability aspect, running the football, those kind of things. You don't see that in the spring practice, obviously. So it's hard to tell his full effect. But I think his athleticism has been on full display in the spring so far, and they've been pleased with that. McIntyre's done okay, too. He's not as mobile as Brandon's going to be, but defense has played pretty well. Isaiah Campbell from Penn State, the transfer, has done real well so far. And a lot of other defensive players have really picked up. So they're picking up the defense maybe a little quicker because they had so many people transfer in, plus 2 or 3 of those coaches had worked with Knowles before.
I think Jim Knowles coming to UT is going to be a bigger deal than people realize. This guy can coach it. He's had a clamp down defense every place he's been, including Penn State. I think getting Jim Knowles to come be the defensive coordinator for Tennessee football is probably bigger than we may realize.
I think so too. I totally agree, and especially the fact he's able to bring a couple of his coaches with him and 3 or 4 players.
Yep.
So you get really a player at every position, every level, defensive line, linebacker to secondary, who played for him last year. So they're going to be able to really help the other players assimilate the defense and understand and pick it up quicker than you would have if everybody was just totally fresh with it. So I think you're right. I think that's going to be a big factor.
So you, in essence, you pick the coaches up and some of the players from State College, drop them down in Knoxville, and just keep on going.
Yep.
You don't miss a beat. So,
and he made the point during his press conference a couple of weeks ago that this defense 2 years ago was really good, top 10 in the nation, and some of those players are still around. So those players just haven't forgotten how to play. I mean, they just scheme-wise and injury-wise last year, they were behind the 8 ball. But I think the 2 cornerback injuries, it really hurt. Obviously, having McCoy out the whole year last year hurt. And if you saw his pro day this week in Knoxville, at 4.38 40.
That's scooting.
He's for 10 maybe. He's going to be a high draft pick. Ricky Gibson was out the whole year essentially, so he's going to be back this year. So missing those 2 starting corners, I think really changed the defense a lot last year. And injuries, you talk about that every year. Injuries are such a key factor, obviously, but if they can keep people healthy and with this amount of knowledge they've been able to bring in with Knowles, I think defense is going to take a real step up this year.
We're live here at Food City and Gray talking Big Orange Update. You see on the screen with our buddy Jeff Beverly. He's forgotten more about Tennessee sports than we know. That's why I bring him in. He knows what he's talking about. Men's basketball, they lose, but they win in a roundabout way. Barnes is coming back. They lose Gainey to NC State, the assistant coach. Understand they're going to throw even more money. What I read the other day is they're going to dip into the pockets a little deeper of Tennessee Athletics to give more money to Barnes, go ahead and get some of these guys. They want him to make a run. He's been to Elite 8, 3 straight years? They want
3 straight years, 4 straight for Sweet 16. The only school that's done that.
Yeah.
4 straight Sweet 16 and 3 straight Elite 8. So it's pretty rare. The one thing they have done is the Final Four.
Yeah. So I'm reading where they're going to give him more money to go get more players and see what happens with that. Give him one final run, because what I'm hearing is, are you two, this is it? This is
maybe
his swan song for Rick Barnes?
Maybe. Could very well be. I think there's a lot of speculation about that with him. He's a young, I think he's 71.
71, yeah.
But he's very, he's very active and doesn't show his age. So it wouldn't surprise me to see him coaching, longer if they make it the Final Four or even win it next year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would he'd probably want to go out on that note. A lot of speculation that the coach of St. Louis, Schertz, may be in line to be his replacement. I think a lot of people in Knoxville really like him. He took his name out of the running for the NC State job, and then they went with Gainey. So a lot of people think he's sort of biding his time in St. Louis, just waiting for Barnes to retire. And I think there's a lot of mutual love there. Already, signed Tyler Lundblade from Belmont.
41% 3-point shooter.
Isn't that something?
Lighten him up.
And a 93% free throw shooter.
Oh, really?
Led the nation in free throw shooting. So he's a great shooter, obviously. So he's going to come in. The Dowd kid from Troy is looking very positive. Like he may be a real strong probability of coming. And then there's all kinds of rumors about other players. The big center from Kansas is going into the portal. And he's maybe a replacement for Okpara, who really had a nice year. And then I
think they got a shot at this guy from Kansas. I mean, they think.
You never
I guess
know.
anybody does, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's been a rumor floating around. It's just pure rumor at this point. But Tyler Tanner, the point guard from Vanderbilt, who had such a great year, maybe looking to go to the portal or go to the NBA. So either way, it's looking like he may not be at Vandy next year. If he decides to stay in college, Barnes has a great reputation for developing point guards over the years. So you go back, Zakai, Kennedy Chandler, going back to Jordan Bone, all those guys, Kevin Punter, why he's been, of course, the ones he had at Texas too. So he's had a great relationship, reputation for a heavy relationship with point guards. So that could be a possibility. Just one to keep an eye on.
How big is the guy from Kansas? He big?
He's like 6'10", 6'11".
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, and I think he led the Big 12 in shot blocks this year. So
I would think, this is me sitting in gray, I would think, as you said, Sweet 16, how many times?
4 years in a
row.
Sweet 16.
Elite 8, 3 years in a row. I would think that right there would go. Some kid out there going, you know what? He's getting it done. I want to go to Knoxville. Does that not? It has to help recruiting to know that this guy's got a good track record.
And one of these big players may think, I'm the difference to get him over the hump.
There you go.
I'm the one that can knock down that Final Four door. Then they've played 3 straight number 1 seeds in the Elite 8.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've just hit upon really, seeding, bracketing, all those kind of things play a role in how far people go. Obviously, it's all about matchups. You've always heard that, and we understand that and believe that. It's all about matchups in the NCAA tournament. Their matchups, although up until Elite 8, it was pretty favorable this year. But again, it was Purdue 3 years ago, then Houston last year, now Michigan this year. They always go against that number 1 seed, and they just haven't had what it takes to quite get there.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll win a few players. They got 3 freshmen coming in. Marquise Clark, a 6'1" point guard from Chicago. Cal, Illinois, St. Louis were after him. Manny Green, 6'7" guard from Georgia. Auburn, Georgia Tech. And then Ralph Scott was the best player. He's a 6'8" wing player from Bermuda. And Houston and Purdue were after him. So they've got a pretty solid freshman core coming in.
Wow.
But where it's at nowadays is flipping your roster in 1 year with the portal. Got Lundblade already. Sounds like they're going to get Dowd. Then we'll see who else is out there. But like you said, I think they're willing to spend more money.
Yep.
And it seems odd
Which
to say
is crazy.
that. But
that's
where you're at.
Can I get Jeff for $10 or $20? I mean, I know that's kind of a goofy way to look at it, but that's where we are in the world of college athletics. Tomorrow night, the Final Four, you've got Illinois, UConn. Who you like there?
Well, I think UConn may have played out all of their luck beating Duke. Illinois is solid. They're a solid team. Very defensive oriented, and that'll be a good matchup. UConn's got more experience, obviously, lately, but I'll want Illinois to win.
Yeah, I don't like Hurley.
No, I don't either.
I don't think anybody likes him. He's a great coach.
I don't think it's going to matter, though, because I think the Arizona-Michigan winner is going to win it.
That's going to be a game.
It's 2 excellent teams. Arizona, I think, they won their first 16 or 17 or something like that. They lost 2 in a row in conference, but haven't lost since. So I think people sort of downplayed them a bit when they lost those couple of conference games. But conference games are like that. In any conference you play in, you're going to lose a little bit. So, but Arizona's playing really well right now. And that's my pick to win it.
Win it all?
Yeah.
Me too. Arizona Wildcats, your champ, but
we'll see. Yeah.
We'll see tomorrow night. Tonight you've got the women. You got South Carolina and UConn, which is a heck of a matchup. And then you've got Texas and UCLA on the other side. They're playing in Phoenix on that one. Lady ball basketball, what's going on there?
Ooh, boy, I'm sure everybody's aware of all the situation with Coach Caldwell. Fired 2 coaches or 2 coaches left this week, hired 1 more back. Practically everyone has left the program player-wise. Either they used up their eligibility or they're in the portal or going to be in the portal. The portal officially opens on Monday. 1 player has not announced she's leaving, Jada Civil. She's still there as far as they know. The 2 incoming freshmen they signed, Olivia Edwards, the big number 2 player in the country, has not announced anything. Rumors are she's going to leave, though. She's not going to come. Although she did sign a endorsement deal with Adidas. And Adidas is, Tennessee switched to Adidas July 1st. And Candace Parker has been a big influence on her. So a lot of conflicting speculation on whether or not she's going to, come to Knoxville. I think Candace will probably try to influence her to come. And maybe the Adidas deal is contingent upon her coming to Knoxville. So we'll see if that plays out. But she's got a complete roster rebuild now, obviously. And for all the good and bad, that's something the portal allows you to do now, is to rebuild your roster. And obviously it was a disastrous second half of the season. Lady Voss started out fairly well, and but ended up losing 8 or 9 in a row, including the tournament games. Had never done that in their history. Barely made the tournament. I think really looking at it, they barely made the tournament. Have never not made a tournament. This was a year that really pushed that that limit a little bit. Next year may be worse. We'll see. Danny White has given her a vote of confidence and said, that she's his coach. But you just wonder how far he'll allow that to go if she can't turn around next year.
Interesting. So I'm poor. I like her, but I'm not down there, and I don't know what all is going on. But just the fact she's a West Virginia girl, I'm going to be in her corner. But at some point, it's either some of her. I think it's a combination of some of her. And I think it's some of the girls. I think you had some girls who were divas and didn't want to play, didn't want to listen to her, and they checked out on her. And so, right, wrong, or different, I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I think those players came knowing her system. A lot of rotations, a lot of in and outs. You get a lot of playing time, but you do it in shorter spurts. They all knew that coming in, and I think maybe as they were playing it and realized that, probably had people in their ear saying, well, "You're not getting enough playing time. You could go here and get more playing time."
Oh, I'm sure people are
those kind of things. So, I think that it just started once it started. And as long as you're winning, everybody's okay. The team start a couple of close losses, those really excruciating losses. Like the baseball team suffered this weekend at Vanderbilt. Some of those kind of things can really start the nerves going, and then it can just one thing can build on another. So
we're talking to Jeff Beverly. We're live here at Food City and Gray on a Food City Friday, Good Friday. It was good for us, was not good for him. Our Lord Jesus. They spit on him. They took a rod about this big around is what I read, and they smote him, hit him in the face over and over and over. Stuck a crown of thorns on his head for you and for me. They stripped him. They put him up on the cross in Calvary, laid him down without any Novocaine, drove a spike here, both hands on his feet, put him up on the cross to make sure he was dead, took that spear and stabbed the side of his side to see if he's really dead. And of course, it's read where all the fluid came out. Then he was thirsty, and they gave him a sponge full of vinegar. And as the Bible says in Isaiah, as a lamb to the slaughter. Never said a word. Never said a mumbling word. Let me read one more thing. We'll get into some baseball and softball for UT, but I want to read this because this is the verse of the day we bring to you. And it is this right here. It says in Isaiah 52:14, you look it up for yourself, just as there were many who were appalled at him. His appearance was so disfigured beyond that of any man, his form marred beyond human likeness. So he was just a clump of meat up there on the cross. You couldn't even tell he was a man. Couldn't even tell he was a person or a human. It says this in Isaiah. He was marred beyond human likeness. That's all I need to hear. He did that for Tom Taylor. Yeah. He did that for Jeff Beverly. Did it for you. He did it for the worst of worst, the best of best. He did it all. And even after everything they did to him, he said, one of the final things he said was, "Forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do." Are you kidding me? He did that for me. He did that for you. That's what Good Friday's about. It ain't about the Easter Bunny. It's about Good Friday, the death, the burial, and the resurrection. Sunday's coming, comes up out of the grave. He did that for you and for me. Well, I don't believe it. Doesn't matter if you believe it. What happened? And John 3:17 says, "I didn't come to condemn the world. I came to save the world." That's why he did it. He wanted to make sure that we had a chance to go to heaven because he went up on the cross and substitutionary took the sins that we're supposed to have. Pretty simple. So the more I sit there and talk about it, getting goosebumps, he did that for me. I don't deserve that, and you don't deserve that. And he said, I don't care. I love you that much. I'm going to do it. And he did it. And the Bible says at any point, he could have called the angels. They're ready to come get him.
The legions of angels that were just
waiting for the call.
Yeah.
All he had to say was, "I don't want to do this anymore." And he didn't. He said, "I'm going to go through with this because I love him." Wow. That's the Lord we serve, folks. So, something not right, but still support. I was talking about the Lady Voss, yeah. So, Pete Taylor says, "Amen." What's true? So, and you can sugarcoat it all you want to. You can cover it up with Easter Bunny hunts and all that. But the fact of the matter is, it's the death, the burial and the resurrection of Easter. You know why I say this every year? What if it's our last Easter? Because he's coming. People say, I've been hearing that for years, and I have too, since I was a little boy. But he is going to come. He's going to come, when he's ready to come, he's coming. And he'll come, and we'll know he's here, trust me, with a shout and a trumpet. And so we all will know he's here if we're still alive, because he'll come to get us. You blink your eyes, it says in Thessalonians, you blink.
Yep.
And look at that, you blink, that's how fast he's coming, we're gone. Well, I'll get ready then. You won't have a chance to get ready. I heard Charles Stanley say one time, said, you're going to sit there and wait and then get ready before he's coming? You won't have time, because when he comes, he comes.
Yep.
So I am so unworthy, and you are too, but he loves you that much. So we're going to get into baseball and softball here in just a second, but the bottom line is you cut it. I can do shows. He's retired from his job. I'm doing my show, doing ball games. You're doing your thing. There's only one question you have to answer, and we all have to answer it. And by not answering it, you're answering it. What are you going to do with Jesus? It's real simple. What are you going to do with him? Either accept him, live for him, or reject him. Well, I'll make a decision later. We make a decision now by not doing it. But that's what it all comes down to. Who you marry, your job, how much you make, where you live, all that's secondary. Only one question we all have to answer. What are you going to do with him? So there you go.
Who is Jesus?
Who is Jesus, and what are you going to do with him? So, and he did things for us that nobody else would do. Went up in there, went through all that for me and you. I don't deserve it, and you don't either. None of us do. But he did it willingly. Vol baseball, what's going on there with the Vols and softball?
Baseball team had an unbelievable weekend in Vandy. Got swept, but all three were walk-offs. The game Saturday was 16 innings, which was the longest game in Tennessee history. It was just three heartbreaking losses to endure, especially the one Sunday. They had a 15-10 lead going in the bottom of the ninth, and Vandy scored 6 in the bottom of the ninth, had a walk-off grand slam. So that's painful.
That's painful.
That's painful. But
that'll hurt your ego.
So Sunday pitching, obviously, you're at the end of your weekend, at the end of your bullpen and everything else. So Sunday pitching is like that. You get a lot of high-scoring games on Sundays around the league. But the pitching so far, up until Sunday, pitching so far has been pretty good this year. They've just not been able to get timely hits at all. They've been left a lot of people on base, especially this weekend at Vandy. They're down in the bottom of the league in hitting. After leading the league in hitting and home runs for years now, they're way down this year. They've got some potentially good players, good hitters. Ford, Blaine, Brown, Garrett Wright. There's a lot of power in that lineup. They just haven't produced yet. A lot of people think they will. I think going into it, the concern is more going to be on the pitching side than the hitting side, but it's been the opposite so far. Pitching's been pretty good. He is changing up his rotation again this week. Going to go with Landon Mack, who has been the Saturday starter. Going to go with him on tonight at 5:30 against LSU. And then Tegan Coons coming back. He didn't start last week for the first time on Friday. But Harvison started. But Coons is going to start on Saturday, and then keep him with Evan Blanco on Sunday. So and LSU's reeling too. They're just one game better than Tennessee. So between those two, they've won the last 3 national championships between those two teams, and so but both are reeling right now. Both need a good weekend. So we'll see what happens.
You think Metello being gone is a big part of it?
I don't know. I don't think it really has that big of a factor, to be honest with you. I think they just, because Elander has been the hitting coach, and so the last few years, so they're just not hitting timely. I mean, they're there a couple of years ago, everybody criticized. A lot of people criticized they took too many strikes. They're not really doing that per se this year. Just not getting the timely hits. They're balling, really getting a lot of balls hit hard, but right at people a couple of times. I know there's one game, Jay Abernathy, the second baseman, center fielder, who has been a part-time starter. There's one game he hit the ball hard 3 times, but right at people. And a foot either way, they'd have been 2 or 3 hits, and it could have been game-changing hits. So that's just part of baseball. You just never know. Baseball's a funny game. You can hit the ball 100 miles an hour right at somebody. It's an out. You can dribble it 40 miles an hour, and it fall between people. So you just never know.
What about softball?
Softball's doing well. Although I did lose a series last week against Ole Miss, which was unusual. They hadn't lost a home series in a long time, and so I think they're 31-5 now, dropped to number 7, so come down in the rankings a little bit, but still they're very solid. You know, getting Carwin Pickens back now fully healthy is going to, I think, be a difference for them. And again, that's sort of like the baseball team just couldn't get the timely hits they needed. In fact, the win against Ole Miss was a walk-off walk in the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded, and the Ole Miss walked the batter. So odd way to win a game, but they're going to be okay. I'm not too worried about the Lady Vols softball team. I think they're going to be okay. Got to get the men hitting. Maybe they can start against LSU tonight.
Starting tonight at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Man, thanks for coming.
Yes, sir.
Happy Easter to you and yours. He's a brother in Christ. He gets it. He understands it. It is. You want to say anything about Easter?
How can you just not be more thankful? You know, I woke up this morning. First thing I thought of was Good Friday.
Yeah.
And like you so clearly spoke a few moments ago. You know what He did for us. Just, you know, it's just beyond human comprehension.
Yep.
You can't really even think about the depth He went and the depth of love He has to do what He did for us. You know, John 3:16, for God so loved the world. So
yep.
Why He loves us, I don't know. We don't deserve being loved, that's for sure.
But He does.
But He does, that's for sure. So
He does it every day.
Oh man, you got that right.
Even when we mess up, make mistakes, you know, some people intentionally shake their fist at God and say, we're going to do what I want to do. He still says, I love them. I love you. You can come back to me anytime, even if you've never been to me. But some people have been to Him and strayed away from Him. They call it backsliding. He still says, I love you. Come on back. I'm right here waiting on you. Most of us will go, you know, I ain't going to fool with you. You know, the human side of things, like, no, you keep burning my biscuits, I'm not going to come back to you. The Lord says, come on back.
You know, you mentioned a minute ago when He was on the cross, you know, He started quoting Psalm 22 while He's on the cross. You know, Psalm 23 is very famous, very well known, obviously. Psalm 22 maybe not as well known. That's what He quoted on the cross. And so I encourage people to go back and read Psalm 22 this weekend.
Yep. All right. You're the best. Thanks for coming.
Yes, sir.
Talk soon.
Have a great Easter.
You too. Quick break. We'll be right back. Mr. Birchfield's in the house. Got shorts on. Yep. Looking dapper. He'll join us right after this.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. Now, I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God does. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
Therapy Services, great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Bailey Sports Show. Why Physical Therapy Services? A lot of folks out there that do what you do. Why PTS?
Nobody does it the way that we do it. There are other people out there that say that they are, and I want to air quote, sports PTs. There's no one out there that is truly a sports physical therapy clinic. We've been in business since 1980, and we continue to be in business after people have been bought and sold, folded. The reason why we continue to stay in business is twofold. Number one, we're a little crazy, which is fun. But number two, and the most important thing, is we always take care of the patient first. You take care of the patient first. This is what my dad always taught me. You take care of the patient first, everything else will fall into place.
Locations? Where do you have locations? 1975
West Elk Avenue. That's where my clinic is, where I work primarily. And then we have a pediatric location as well at the Medical Care Building at 1500 West Elk Avenue.
Physical Therapy Services. Last question, real quick. What's the phone number?
423-543-0073.
Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're joined by Jeff Birchfield, sports writer, Johnson City Press. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing okay, Tom.
Yep. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for coming by. And
Yeah.
let's NASCAR's off. Although the trucks in the O'Reilly Series are racing. The trucks this afternoon at 4:30 in Rockingham. Top three in the points right now: Chandler Smith, Caden Honeycutt, and Lane Riggs in the trucks. Tomorrow at 2:30, the O'Reilly Auto Parts race at Rockingham. Justin Allgaier, Jesse Love, and Sheldon Creed are your top three in points. The Cup boys are off this week for Eastern. They should be. So then they come to Bristol.
That's it. I've interviewed every one of those guys prior to this race here.
Have you really?
I have.
Which one's the most colorful guy?
He's not the most colorful, but I really like Justin Allgaier. You know, he's been around forever and stuff. Really good guy. Lane Riggs, great interview, I think. You know, I think he's one of the best ones around. And then, you know, Jesse Love, he's a little controversial at times. A little bit of a, he's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. His style sort of fits Bristol a little bit.
So I don't know if I've ever asked you this. Hang on a second. So as a journalist, what makes a good interview? You said this guy's a good interview, this was not. So what makes a good interview when you interview guys?
Well, you know, you don't want them, if you ask them a question, them to give you an answer like, well, it looks like you got run pretty well at Bristol, you know. Yeah. You know, you don't want.
That's it.
You don't want answers like that. You want guys who are thoughtful and, you know, give you like sort of think about things and all a little bit.
You want some content, right?
Yeah, some content. Yeah. And of course, if it's colorful, you know, makes it even better. Like one of the best quotes I ever got was from, he's dead now, Mike Potter, the former race car driver in Johnson City. He told me one time, he said, Jeff said, I spent half my money on race cars and women. And then he said, and then I wasted the other half. So,
that's a great quote.
That is a good quote.
Yeah. So these guys are, and here's the thing, we've talked about this before. They're basically in a fishbowl, because this week they're in Rockingham. Next week they'll be in Bristol, and after that, I don't know where's the circuit go after Bristol. I don't even know.
I haven't even looked ahead.
The point of it is it's week after week. There's a Jeff Birchfield or a Tom Taylor with a microphone stuck in their face, asking the same old questions. A lot of times, this guy does a really good job of going in a different direction, pulling stuff out to show you're a person, you got interest and away from the track and so on and so forth. There one time you did a really good story on, here we go, I can see him.
I can think of a couple I enjoyed doing.
Elliott Sadler, I was going to say Elliott Sadler.
Oh, yeah. And I've really enjoyed doing one time on Carl Edwards where he did like a cycling trip over in Vietnam. I mean, he rode his bicycle all over Vietnam, so that was really interesting. One time I remember Jeff Gordon was helping, you know, the foundation that Bill Clinton and George Bush over in Africa, you know, raise money for people over there. So, you know, that was, you know, sometimes I like some different stuff like that. Like you said, just not always all about racing or whatever sport it is.
Yeah. Anyway, Elliott Sadler did a story on he raised rescued greyhound dogs, if I remember right. So anyway, that was a really cool interview. So anyway, he does a great job. So what are you hearing about Bristol? I mean, everybody's gearing up. They're coming to town next weekend. You've got quadruple hitter. You got ARCA, the trucks, the O'Reilly, and the Cups. It's going to be a busy week at Bristol. And so I saw where they're painting putting down the new lettering on the track and getting everything spiffed up and ready to go for the fans. And looks like the weather's going to be pretty good. So.
Weather's supposed to be picture perfect. It's supposed to be 70 next Sunday. The big thing at Bristol's the great unknown, because, you know, you got the softer tires from Goodyear where they've been testing up there. You've got the, which tires has obviously been the story of the last couple of years, whether they've been a ton of tire wear or basically no tire wear. And then the 750 horsepower. So it should put it a little more in the driver's hands. Hopefully a little more passing, a little more action, some more cautions. You know, hopefully we'll have some good racing up there this coming week.
I got to ask you about the Final Four while I'm sitting here talking to you. Tomorrow night, the semifinals, you've got UConn and Illinois, and you've got Michigan and Arizona. Who do you like in that first one, UConn and Illinois?
I hate to say it, because probably pulling a little bit for Illinois, but I think UConn will probably win it.
Hope not. And then the Michigan-Arizona game.
And sort of same way, hope Arizona wins, but my head's telling me Michigan's probably a little better team this year.
All right, so you're taking Michigan and UConn, and who wins it all?
I really don't care at that point because I can't stand either team, but I guess they've probably played, as far as who's played better, probably Michigan, you know.
What are you going to do about your Tar Heels?
Well, hopefully we have either Tommy Lloyd, the Arizona coach. I don't think Dusty May's going to leave Michigan, but, you know, really I'd love to see Billy Donovan come from the Chicago Bulls. You know, if Billy Donovan turns them down and then you have Tommy Lloyd, I think probably the next candidate's going to be Michael Malone, who was a great coach with the Denver Nuggets, won an NBA title, and then they get rid of him a couple of years later. And I think he'd be a great fit in Chapel Hill as well.
So is Cher okay at Duke? Is he all right?
Oh, yeah. Even though they looked like Carolina with that 19-point collapse against UConn the other day.
That was coaching 101. It's pretty basic stuff. Both those coaches coached themselves out of those games. North Carolina did, and certainly Duke did. But this is the second year in a row.
Yeah.
He blew a
big lead against Houston the previous year.
7-point lead with a minute 15 to go a year ago. Blew it. So
I hate that for Duke, I'm telling you.
Can tell that. I can tell that. So, and of course, I read this week where they said, well, turnabout's fair play. It's karma because Christian Laettner did it to Kentucky. And I'm thinking, that's so apples and oranges. That doesn't do with anything.
Well, you know, getting back to racing a little bit and tying it in with basketball, I mean, you know, Bristol gets a ton of criticism when they have a bad race. Like last year, I mean, it wasn't a very good race at Food City 500. Bass Pro Shop's not race, a great race, a lot of passing, a lot of action. But, you know, if you just look to this past Sunday, I mean, you looked at first NCAA basketball game, you're never guaranteed in sports. You have an awful game between Michigan and Tennessee, wasn't, you know, interesting at all. And then that Duke and UConn game turns out to be an all-time classic finish. So you just never know in sports what you're going to get. And that's what makes sports great to an extent.
And we're all saying the Michigan-Arizona game is going to be a dandy. Well, it may be a dud, and the UConn-Illinois may be a barn. You just don't know.
Yeah, you never know there.
Great point.
That was like, you know, I can remember as a teenager there with NC State the year they won it in '83. You know, everybody thought that Houston-Louisville game was the national championship game because you had the Phi Slamma Jamma against what they call them, the Doctors of Dunk.
Doctors of Dunk, yep.
At Louisville, and that was a great game. But then, you know, Valvano coaches NC State. They have that last-second slam dunk, you know, and they end up winning the national championship. So you just never know how games are going to turn out.
No, you really don't. We're here live again at Food City and Gray, talking to our buddy Jeff Birchfield. So typically, I mean, we know Kyle Busch owns the track at Bristol based on his past success. So you got to say he runs well there, although he hasn't of late. Who else runs good at Bristol?
Well, obviously Kyle Larson. He led all those laps. Christopher Bell, who won the last race there in September, runs well. A guy who hasn't won but maybe could break through would be Ty Gibbs. This would be a spot I could see him maybe getting a first career win. Of course, Denny Hamlin runs great at Bristol. He's a multiple-time winner. Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, that RFK racing team, they've got to be looking for it. That's one of their better tracks for sure. But then you got guys who have very accomplished drivers who've never won a cup race at Bristol. Chase Elliott won the All-Star race the year, but he didn't win the official race. And then Ryan Blaney's never won there. Tyler Reddick's never won there. You know, so you've got some guys who are really good race car drivers who've yet to win a cup race at Bristol.
Has Logano won there?
Yeah. Joey's won there like, 3 times there, 2 times on the concrete. He actually won the first time they covered the track in dirt.
So what's it take to be successful? What's it take to win at Bristol?
Well, I think, guys get in a good rhythm there as part of it. And, you can't have a mistake late in the race. You can a lot of times overcome it early in the race. But late race mistakes, by the driver or the crew, you can't have it. Obviously avoiding the contact, too much contact. Although the cars are a lot more bulletproof now than they used to be, and just the way the track layout is a little different. But, you've got to have, plus for the drivers, the main thing, I think you got to have a car where you can pass high or can pass low. If you've got, a little bit of adjustability in that car, that gives you a major advantage there at Bristol.
Talking about this early in the week, can I remember what's the stuff they put down on the bottom of the track, the grip?
Well, they call it PJ1, and then they have another sometimes they put the PJ1, and then sometimes they put the resin, and the resin seems to cause a little more tire wear than the PJ1 does.
Will they put that down this week too, coming up?
Yeah, they'll definitely put it down. I don't know which one they're putting down, but they'll definitely have something there on the bottom of the track, and that does usually create a little bit of racing, because early in the race, you'll have a lower groove will be dominant. Most time, if they didn't have it, that top groove would be so dominant, but it makes it, where you have a little more side-by-side racing, a little more passing, hopefully with the, like talking 750 horsepower engines, having more power to them.
So next Sunday will be the Food City 500. You can get your tickets again at any of the Food City stores here in the Tri-Cities. Are you anticipating a pretty good crowd?
Yeah, I think it'll be a good crowd. We always have a better crowd, obviously, in the fall when they have the Food City 300 for the Xfinity Series and all, but the weather's been so unpredictable at Bristol over the years, but hopefully with the forecast, a lot of people will show up to this one.
Yep, that's what we're hoping. So, because they come, they bring money, they spend it at our stores and our gas pumps, our restaurants and all that, so it'll be good. So, thank you, my friend, for coming by. I know you'll be hard to find next week because you'll be at the track most of the week. So
yeah, I'll be at the track tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to Lonesome Pine season opener, so looking forward to that. Had Kingsport season opener last Saturday, and Lonesome Pine tomorrow.
Should be good, shouldn't it? Lonesome Pine's back up and running. It's good.
Yeah, Joey Owens, guy up there, he's really done a great job, refurbishing that track.
All right, our buddy Jeff Birchfield, sports writer, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. Thank you for coming, sir. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more right after this from Daniel Grindstaff and Farm Bureau.
Why Daniel Grindstaff?
Well, we are local. It's just like Cannon's Furniture here. You've got a local place of business right in the middle of town. You've got a local point of contact. We have local adjusters that's out in the counties. And, you can pick up the phone if you've got an issue with something. We try to help folks resolve it. And, we are based in the state of Tennessee. We are Tennessee specific. We've got a $30 annual membership that goes to agriculture in Tennessee. It supports kids wanting to go to 4-H camp. We do a local scholarship for all the area high schools for kids that's been involved in agriculture that's going to go and get education past high school. And all that stuff plays a part into supporting the state where you live. We are state specific. Now, there's North Carolina Farm Bureau. That is separate from us. Mm-hmm. Kentucky Farm Bureau, we are state specific in the state of Tennessee. And, but that is, in my opinion, that's the biggest thing. You've got a point of contact.
How do we get a hold of you? Social
Yes,
media
sir.
and a phone number.
Yeah, so I've got an agent page, Daniel Grindstaff Farm Bureau. We've got an office page, Elizabethan Farm Bureau, 423-543-2288. And I would like to add that we did get voted as best insurance firm, and thank the people that voted for us doing that. And somehow I wound up getting the agent category, which I greatly, greatly appreciate. It means a lot to me when folks, feel inclined to do that, especially for our office.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Daniel Grindstaff here, the Farm Bureau, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Daniel Grindstaff at Elizabethan Farm Bureau.
Talking to Mike Barnett, the owner of Big John's Closeouts, proud sponsor of the Tom Dillon Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Why buy here from the local guy versus the big box chain stores?
Well, I think, one of the things you have to consider when you're talking about buying local is you're supporting people that live in your community, that worship with you, that are involved in civic groups with you, that your neighbors, people that you've known for years, and also, the proceeds stay right here in Carter County. They go to not only pay the taxes here and stuff, which any business that exists here does, but it supports athletic programs, it supports nonprofits, it supports needs within the community, maybe where you've got a veteran that has a need or something that we can help offset the cost through discounts or donations, and stuff. Then we get hit with that quite a bit, as far as that nature. So we're able to help the community as well as encourage our young people, both from small all the way up through high school, with banners, sponsoring their sports teams and stuff of that nature. Plus, we have a vested interest in helping the customer that comes in, we want them to get the right item for the job and leave with what they need to finish that job. We want to listen to them, understand what they're doing, and they're not just to us just a number, if you would. They're someone we want to build a relationship with and a friendship with that trust us.
Pretty simple, folks. Be loyal, buy local, and buy from Big John's Closeouts in downtown Elizabethton, where they hammer high prices. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, before we get out here, let's run down some more of these specials. Don't forget Cyclone Baseball coming up not that far away, 4:45. First pitch at 5 o'clock. The Cyclones at Chucky Dope. Be a beautiful day for baseball at the ballpark. Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark will be there, audio and video, bringing it to you. All right, here's some specials for this Easter weekend. And the more I think about what he did for us, and when I just sit and talked about it, it's almost overwhelming for me. So I don't know about you. It's just what he did. He wasn't forced to do it. Nobody made him do it. He wanted to do it for you and me. It's really to me, it's incomprehensible, really, to know what the Lord did up on the cross and how people can reject him. But they do on a daily basis, how they can reject him after what he did for us. I mean, that's incomprehensible too, really, in my opinion. So, I mean, you look at all that he did, knowing full well that people are going to turn their back on him. They hate him. They still make fun of him. They don't take it serious. They don't believe it. Some people just don't believe it. And yet he said, I still love you anyway. It's just, I can't get that. Because most of us would say, you know what? That's how you think about me. The heck with you. You know that and I know that. But he didn't do that and doesn't do that. As I said earlier, the backsliders who have lived for him and then just decided to go in another way, in another direction. He just says, I still love them too. So, it's amazing. But anyway, that's what it's all about, folks. So, hello, Baker. Baker's so good. Swaggerty sausage patties, $7.99 today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. It's a 2 days only. Celebrate the saving sales, what this is called. Baby back pork ribs, $2.99 at all Food Cities. The strawberry shortcake, here it is, $6.99. The fruit bowls for $5. We got one up here. Rob gave me the watermelon fruit bowl. Pepsi products, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans, $9.99. You have Food Club canned fruit, four cans for $5 at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. Misty Mountain Spring Water for $4.99, 24-pack, 16-ounce bottles. You have the Texas Roadhouse mini rolls, just like you get them at the restaurant. Here they are for $4.99 at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. Limit 4. And then, of course, Liz brought us up the Boston Hanging Ferns, huge, $12.99 at all Food Cities with your Food City value card. It's unbelievable. Some of the savings here for the Easter weekend. So, by the way, pray for our troops. They're in harm's way in the Middle East. And now we brought the B-52s and the big boys are in bombing Iran. Now, once you get to that point, because they fly so slow, it tells you that their anti-aircraft systems are out. Because you can fly pretty much unabated now. When the big boys come in with the B-52s, that means they've kind of cleared out all chances of being shot down, or it certainly minimizes it from the destruction they've done to this point. So, but still, pray for our troops and the people, not just the troops, the people over there in harm's way too. RC products, $7.99, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans. RC Cola, A&W Root Beer, and Propel Water, all 24-pack, 12-ounce cans for $7.99, or the 16-ounce bottles of Propel. Smucker's Jam or Preserves or Jif Peanut Butter, today and tomorrow, 2 for $5. And then the dinner of the week, Johnny Burton's in the house. I'm doing good. How are you? How's Miller doing? I did not know that. I did not know that. I'm sorry. He was a good one. I'm doing good. Still talking. Still doing sports. Yeah, Johnny Burton. He's a good one. One of the good guys. That's awesome. I'm sorry his daddy passed away. I did not know that. Sometimes you ask that, you step into it, and I didn't know. So Millard Burton passed away about a month ago in Kingsport. 3 days only, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. It's spaghetti night at Food City. Look here. All this for $9.99. Get your sketty. You get a pound of ground round, obviously beef, a package of Mueller's pasta and 2 Prego pasta sauces, and a loaf of French baguette, all for $9.99. How about that? At all Food Cities. There it is. 3 days on this week. It's a spaghetti night. There you go. All right. We'll wrap it up and get ready to go set up and call a baseball game this afternoon. I think my boy's going to hold out. That's the goal. Been trying, kind of taking care of babying it a little bit, I reckon is what you call it. Here it is, the verse today. It's Good Friday. Good for us was not good for the Lord. He was beaten. He was spit on, ultimately crucified for you and for me and for us. He went up on the cross and died for our sins so we wouldn't have to. So he had to. He did it. Hard to imagine the pain and suffering he went through for us, and he did it, as we've said the whole show, willingly. He was beaten and mistreated so badly, as it says in Isaiah 52:14. They didn't recognize him. Here's what the verse says. Just as there were many who were appalled at him. It's like they took their breath away from him. They looked up and went, they were appalled, couldn't believe what they were seeing. His appearance was so disfigured beyond that of any man. His form, who he was, who we are, was marred beyond human likeness. Couldn't tell he was even a human being up on the cross. You see some of these pictures where there's a scratch here and scratch there. No, I'm not even sure. The movie that, who did it? Passion of the Christ. I can see him, Mel Gibson. I can see him, but could not remember it. I'm not even sure that told the whole story. That was bad enough. It was pretty gruesome. But I'm not even sure that was even accurate, because you just can't believe his form was marred beyond human likeness. And he did that for you and me. Willingly did it for you and me. That's the key. He knew what he was getting ready to go through. He said, I'm going to do it anyway. Whew. And he did it, as it says in John 3:17, for God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Very simply, thank you, Lord Jesus, for what you did for us. So, if you don't have a church home, we'd encourage you to come by and visit. Again, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church on Sunday. So, and we beg the question one more time. It's one you got to answer. I don't want to answer it. I'm not going to answer it. Yeah, you are. One way or the other, you're going to answer the question. What are you going to do with the Lord? I'll worry about that later. Okay. But that's what we'll all deal with, and we all have to get an answer. And by not giving an answer, or a decision rather, you're making a decision. You trying to scare me? I'm not trying to scare you. It's reality. We're going to live forever somewhere. That's in the book. Well, I don't believe that. It's not really up for you to believe or not. It's what it's going to be. So, and that's just how it is. It's real simple. We are going to live forever somewhere. It's your choice where. So, it's real simple. And so, what he did for us was unbelievable. So, he did it willingly. So, but no, the question is, I wrap up the show here. It's real simple. The $100,000 question, and that's even, how about the $100 million question? What are you going to do with the Lord? What are you going to do with Jesus? It's real simple. You have two options. There's people that dying as we speak and are going to be eternally separated from him because they didn't make that choice, or they made the wrong choice. So that's how we'll finish it. Thank you for watching the show. We'll rejoin you coming up at 4:45 with Cyclone Baseball, trying to make it 3 straight. They won yesterday over Nashville 9-8. They beat Boone early in the week. We had that one for you, a dandy ball game. And then we'll see what they do today against the Chucky Doak Black Knights 4:45 airtime, 5 o'clock first pitch, audio and video. We'll see them. Thanks to our guest today, Rob Goyen, the store manager here. Also Liz, the flower lady. Jeff Beverly talking Tennessee sports, and Jeff Birchfield talking NASCAR. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Back with you, as we said, coming up at 4:45 for Cyclone Baseball. See them. So long. So long from Food City and Gray, show number 2,473 on this third day of April.